All right, good evening, everyone. Meteorologist Michael Armstrong with you, and we are just getting ready to get our next chance of rain, but we still have tomorrow. Tomorrow will still be dry, so I'm going to kind of be breaking down the timing. So, hope you guys are all doing good this evening. I'm getting my Facebook lives all set up where I can see your comments and answer any questions you might have, or just visit or whatever. So tomorrow, here's what we're looking at. Mostly 60s tomorrow. Another nice day tomorrow. Winds will be out of the south around 10 to 15. So if you're wondering, will tomorrow have a chance of rain, storms, or snow? The answer is no. Tomorrow looks great. By the way, if you could, just let me know if you can hear me all right. I'll check and make sure my audio's levels look okay. I'm going to turn them up just a little bit. Looks like their audio levels are a little low. So I'm going to crank them up a little bit here. And maybe that'll be better. Alright. Hopefully that'll get us squared away on that. So, yeah. So tomorrow looks like a nice day. It is going to be kind of chilly in the morning. Like 30s, some areas in the 20s in the morning. But it's a nice warm up during the day. So, what do you need to know? It's going to stay mild tomorrow. A soggy day on Thursday. We are going to have kind of a wet day, like the second half of the day especially, and then colder on Friday. So with that cold air coming in on the back system, there could be a little bit of snow mix in. I'll show you that here on Predictor. So 10 o'clock in the morning to around 10:30, showing a few showers moving into southwest Oklahoma, but most of the state still somewhat dry. Southeast Oklahoma getting a little bit of rain as well. It's going a little bit further into the day. So as we go after lunchtime, around 1 to 2 o'clock, that's when we start seeing more of the rain. And we might see a few storms pop up as well. Now, I'm not talking about big storms with hail and wind or, severe weather, none of that. But don't be surprised if you hear a little bit of thunder coming up on Thursday during the afternoon hours. And then going into the rest of the day, like in the evening, kind of two main batches of rain. So there's a little bit more moisture to work with in southeast Oklahoma. So I expect that's where we'll see more thunderstorms and more of the heavy rain part of it. The colder part of the storm, which will still produce some rain, comes out across southwest, western, northwestern Oklahoma. And so the thing is, the rainfall totals, they're not going to be real heavy. In fact, we got more precipitation this last Saturday when we got some of the rain and snow than what we're going to get on Thursday. So most areas, probably about 1/10 of an inch, maybe up to a quarter. So as far as the snow, you see out near Guyman, that's where it's starting to change over, right? And so the blues in there, it kind of just goes from a rain to a snow. Don't really see much in the way of a winter mix developing with this one. But, kind of like, I don't know, last week going into Saturday, initially there wasn't a whole lot of indication that there would be freezing rain or any sleet. But then actually we did have some, which, if you remember last week, I was talking about that on Thanksgiving Day, that, hey, watch out because we could have some icing. And sure enough, that did definitely make the roads worse. But on this case, we're just going to have some snow mixing in on the backside, basically a little bit further west than what it was on Saturday. So we're talking about Beaver County out toward Buffalo and then on up into Kansas. And really, that's pretty much it as far as where the snow goes. You can see later on by 2 a.m. the rain lifts north on up into Kansas. The snow, whatever's left of it, is in kind of southwest Kansas as well. We're just really cloudy here in Oklahoma City, and we'll stay cloudy on Friday, and that'll keep our highs from warming up very much. We're going to actually be in the 40s on Friday. That'll be the coldest day, I think, of the next 10 days, as a matter of fact. So rain chances tomorrow, 60 to 80% chance. I've got the lowest chance out in the Panhandle and then southwest Oklahoma, and then pretty good likelihood of seeing at least some rain. Again, maybe not lots of rain, but it will rain during the day. It's the point. So a way to think about that is, for instance, if you live in Enid given this weather pattern, 4 out of 5 times it's going to rain. Or same thing for Stillwater or for Ponca City. So it's not 80% of the area is going to see rain. Like you wouldn't take like Oklahoma County and say 4/5 of Oklahoma County is going to see rain. That's not the way that it works. It's 4 out of 5 times, given this weather pattern, you're going to get rain and where you live in OKC. So that's how that works. What's up, Sebastian? What's going on? Let's see who else is saying hi tonight. I see Sarah in the house with a thumbs up. Very good. I'm hoping that means you can hear me okay. Let's see. So that's Thursday for us. As far as the snow outlook right now, I've got it for areas, north and west of Woodward, probably around Fort Supply up to Buffalo, maybe back down toward Gage or maybe Shattuck, and then back to the west there into Beaver County. So not a huge area, a real small part of the state, and I think most areas will be less than an inch. There might be 1 or 2 areas if the snow were to get heavy enough for a brief period of time that you could get 1 to 2. That's possible, but I think most areas are going to stay less than an inch. So a lot less than what we had on Saturday for sure. It was impressive, by the way, some of those totals coming in. I saw some 8 to 9 inches of snow up around Buffalo, so wow. What to wear? I'm calling it hoodies in the morning. Who's down with hoodies tomorrow? 36 degrees. Here's the thing. It will feel more like 26. There won't be a lot of wind, but there will be enough to put wind chills down in the mid to upper 20s for just a little while, kind of between 7 and 8 a.m., but then I'll say 6 and 8 a.m., but right after that, you got enough sunshine, it'll start warming up quickly. We'll be in the upper 50s by the time we get to noon, so it'll warm up pretty quick. No severe weather in Shawnee. Nope, don't have to worry about severe weather with this one. It just doesn't look like we're going to have enough instability with it. Far southeast Oklahoma, I guess it's not completely out of the question. I'm going to look at something real quick just to see if we have any Cape. Yeah, we really don't. There might be a few severe storms down in Texas, but I don't think we're going to get enough moisture up into Oklahoma to really make it possible to see severe weather. So you're looking good in Shawnee. So Damon is off. Evan, that's right. Yeah, if you see me or Sabrina or Taylor or Jonathan ever filling in, and yep, Damon is got some time off, and that's what we do. It's around the holidays, so people want to get time with their family over Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever. So yeah, somebody's got to work. So I worked Thanksgiving Day, but I had Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I had some time with my family during that time. And so that's the way we kind of work that, is that, yeah, I don't know, I've been doing this for 25 years now, pretty much, and so that's just the way it goes. Like some years you're going to be off, and usually you're not ever off for all the holidays. Usually you're going to work one of them, and then you'll get off for a different one. And what it is we're just trying to make sure that everybody gets at least some time to spend with their family, so that the show must go on. And there's 5 of us, and by the way, Steve Crono helps out on that too as well. So he's a part of our team, and Steve's been doing this a long time. So we really appreciate that, because Steve's coming in and working on holidays whenever he would normally have the chance to be off as a professor at Rose State, and instead he gets to come in and fill in some. But he still likes to be able to do that some and help us out that way, and it's incredibly generous of him. We really appreciate it too. So oh, thanks, Heather. Yep.
We can use the
Heather, stop playing with my heart. I want some snow in Edmond. Oh man. You know, I get that. You know, we got close to seeing that snow. I don't know. I don't really have one of those maps loaded up. We have some that show kind of the snowfall over the last few days, and even visible satellite would have shown it today. I don't know if I've got that in here or not. I don't think I do. No, I don't have it loaded in here right now. But yeah, there's been some decent snow on the ground in northwestern Oklahoma, and you could see it on satellite very clearly here over the last couple of days. But just looking back at, you mentioned snow in case somebody didn't miss that in my forecast. Here's the snow outlook for Thursday, going into late Thursday, is far northwest Oklahoma could see just basically a dusting, maybe up to an inch. But for most of us, this is not a snowmaker. It's yeah. Yeah, I know. Snow lovers are sad right now, but not to worry. It's still kind of early in the season. We're not even to December 1st yet, so keep the faith. We're not there. We're not going to call it done yet. So, what else? June says they're happy for the warm weather. So, yeah. Tim, I don't see any snow or tornadoes really showing up right now. The storms, let me just kind of take you through Predictor one more time, and let's kind of walk through it a little bit. Where I think the storms could be, like you see over McAllister, some of those reds, that would just be what we call elevated thunderstorms, where they're the bases of the cloud, where the air is rising faster in the storm, is way up high above the ground. So there's still enough instability to where you can get enough lift to where can create a thunderstorm, but it's an elevated thunderstorm. That means the base is way up high. It's elevated off the ground. Those, unless you can really tap into real good moisture down near the surface, a lot of times you're not dealing with a whole lot of severe weather. Now, sometimes elevated storms can have enough moisture and enough instability. In other words, the atmosphere gets cold enough faster up above where the base of that storm is that you can still get hail with them. But we're not really seeing that setting up for Thursday. So, and from a snow standpoint, like you can see it kind of wrapping in on the back side of there. So I would say probably southwest Kansas might get a little bit more snow again. There were some areas I saw go, I think, over 10 or 11 inches of snow in Kansas with this last system. So it was pretty impressive what it did up there. So like Greensburg, maybe Pratt, some of those areas up north of Alva, Medicine Lodge maybe might get, a couple inches, but it doesn't look like a big snowmaker. It doesn't look like it's going to produce as much as what it did before. I'm curious now if I take this on out further. You can't really see it too well, but underneath there, looks like up by St. Joe, north of Kansas City, they might get some rain, maybe some changing over to snow up there. Lawrence, Kansas, maybe might have a little bit north of Topeka, Leavenworth, maybe somewhere up there. So, but for us here in Oklahoma, not so much. Oh goodness, it's 9:57. It's showtime. Time to go do that 10 o'clock newscast. So, it's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? If you've been around long enough, you know what I'm talking about. Remember that? Newscasts used to start with that. It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? I remember hearing that when I was a kid. So, all right. Well, Giving Tuesday is almost over, but if not, remember you can text food to 501-501 on your phone, and that you can give $10 to the Regional Food Bank, and then it's getting matched up to $450,000, I believe. So, great cause. So, still have a little bit of time to do that if you want to. All right, talk to you guys later. Have a good night. I'll see you back here tomorrow.